Hello, and welcome to Sleepover Saturdays, where we talk about whatever your heart desires. This is a new segment that I'm starting in response to a few requests asking me to do more sit-down videos. So if you have any suggestions or something you want to hear me talk about, then just leave it in the comments. So I did a poll on Instagram yesterday asking between two options of videos, and the majority picked how I bullet journal. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So what is bullet journaling? If you're new to the idea of bullet journaling, it is using a notebook to create your own planner. I started bullet journaling after using a bunch of different planners that I had bought, but they were always like expensive and just like not quite what I wanted. So if you right now are using a planner that you bought and that's working well for you, great. Stick with that. So for supplies, you can really use whatever you already have. A lot of people will just use spiral notebooks. I personally use a Rhodia notebook with the dot pages, and I paid 20 bucks for it. I got it at a local shop, which sells a lot of different cool bullet journaling things. They have like washi tape and different pens and stuff like that. You can also get your materials off of Amazon. I'll link a few notebooks in the description below so you can check that out and see what you might prefer. But I really like this Rhodia notebook because the pages are a nice thickness so that you don't get a lot of bleed through, and the pen just like writes really well on it. It also has the little elastic to keep it closed if I have any papers that I just stick in there. And then in the back it also has this little pocket so that I can put extra stickers or notes or anything like that. I can put some sticky notes back there and have that all right in the notebook for when I need it. As far as writing and pens go, I personally generally just use a normal Sharpie pen, and I will just keep that in the notebook and use the elastic to hold it in, and so I have it with me whenever I go. If I'm doing like a cover page or for the month or whatever, and I want to be more creative, I want more variety, I have these other pens that have different size tips so that I can do more calligraphy type things. I also have a set of Prismacolor colored pencils that I will use on occasion. You can use normal Crayola colored pencils or some kind of markers that you have, or different ballpoint pens. Honestly, whatever you like, whatever jives with you, do it. There are no rules on how to bullet journal. Just do what feels right. I think the thing that kind of keeps people away from bullet journaling is finding that flow and finding what works for you. It's a lot of trial and error, just like most things in life, where you just have to kind of do it and figure it out as you go along. I found that this spread works perfect for me, where I have enough space for each day of the week spread out on 2 pages, so it's very, very open, and if I have like a little thing I want to note about what happened that day, I'll have room to write that in a little cloud. Or I can have a massive to-do list and events and stuff like that. I like to keep it simple and just use boxes and checks for everything. Events, to-do things, all of it, because it just is like, well, I have to do all of them, so and then after I do it, I just leave a check. So I have a little habits tracker at the bottom as well, just to keep track of a few things that I want to continue to do throughout the week. I also have a few things that I don't want to be doing every day, so I can kind of watch that and see, like, obviously I don't want to be watching TV every single day, so I try and watch that habit. And honestly, I'm pretty bad about that because The Office is really good. It's part of my wind down routine. So that is what I prefer. I tried for a little bit doing a spread where I had the whole week on one side of the page and a whole other page on the side for like goals and stuff like that, but I really didn't like that setup. I found that there was not enough room for me to write my day-to-day stuff, and I didn't need that much room to write my goals. Next to my habit tracker, I have some space on the side where I can like do a little doodle or write a quote or write some goals that I have for the week. So I try and keep that pretty open because it does change week to week. I know some people will also do separate pages for a mood tracker or a food tracker or a habit tracker, something like that. I know I started doing like a money tracker for a little bit, but I found for me that just doesn't work very well because I forget about them. So one of the big things that I sort of have taken away from bullet journaling is learning to not be afraid of failing, restarting, and trying again and again and again and again. There are pages in my journal that I just hate, but that's okay because that's what life is. Just trying and failing sometimes and then trying again. And that's how we learn and that's how we grow. And I think that bullet journals are a great symbol of that. If you enjoyed watching this video and you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see what you guys are doing with your bullet journals, so go ahead and take some snapshots of what you got going on and send it to me. I'd love to see them. Alright guys, I'm gonna peace out and edit this video for you. I'll see you later. Bye!